Welcome back. Here's Deanna O'Donnell with your news across Nevada.
In a recent survey, 64% of Nevadans think brothels should be legal, while only 23% think they should be illegal. The most striking conclusion of the polling reflects that equal numbers of both Democrats and Republicans, 66% each think brothels should be legal. In comparison, however, in late March, public policy polling found that only 20% of the Nevada GOP voters supported same-sex marriage. Nevada is the only U.S. state to allow legalized prostitution in the form of regulated brothels, which are typically situated in isolated rural areas. More than $66,000 is what an average state would save per year for every released aging prisoner. That's according to the 98-page report titled At America's Expense, The Mass Incarceration of the Elderly, released by the American Civil Liberties Union. They say if the average elderly prisoner in Nevada cost anywhere close to what it costs nationally, Nevada is potentially spending a lot of money on older prisoners. Nevada has about 2,200 prisoners over the age of 50. That's about 17% of the total prison population. That's state and federal prisons in Nevada. The idea of granting liberty to aging inmates has local law enforcement worried. If they are being incarcerated for something that is a violent crime or something that would be potentially a risk to the public. The Nevada Department of Corrections had more than $301 million for its 2011 budget, although they cut $36.3 million last year by closing down the 150-year-old Nevada State Prison in Carson City. The ACLU claims the state can still save more money. Federal officials say they've approved a solar plant in southern Nevada that marks the first large-scale solar energy project on tribal land. U.S. Secretary of Interior Ken Salazar said today he signed off on a plan with the Moapa Band of Paiute Indians that will launch a 350-megawatt solar plant capable of powering 100,000 homes. The project is planned on 2,000 acres of the tribe's reservation, located about 30 miles outside of Las Vegas. Construction is slated to begin in the fall. It's the 31st utility-scale renewable energy project that the Department of Interior has approved on public land since 2009. Salazar says there's great potential for renewable energy on tribal lands, and it's important that the Indian country isn't left behind in the Obama administration's energy initiatives. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. That's your news across Nevada. Southwest Medical Associates celebrated their one-year anniversary of their facility on Calvada with a barbecue at the Duck Pond last weekend.
We are thrilled, and I can't believe a whole year's gone by. It's just a delightful thing to be here today to celebrate our one-year anniversary. It's the first of many more to come. We're just thrilled.
It is hard to believe it's been a year since you opened this new facility here. How's it been going?
Oh, we're very excited. We've been able to bring so much more medical care out here to the community. One of the things we're excited is how much specialty care we've been able to bring out here. We've got cardiologists, gastroenterologists, the podiatrist, rheumatology coming out here already, and more to come.
And the facility inside Walmart too.
That's right. We've got our convenient care open in Walmart, and in the coming year we're going to be able to expand the hours that's open and have it available at times when the clinic itself is closed. So that's coming more too.
We're here at the Calvada Eye, just right next to your clinic there, and we have some entertainment, some barbecue going on, and a lot of the public here.
Oh, we are so excited. We wanted to say thank you to Pahrump for bringing us into the community and welcoming us so much. And, we were a little worried about the weather, but it's turned out to be a beautiful day, and the turnout has just been wonderful.
A lot of your doctors from your facility are here too as well.
We have all our doctors here from the Pahrump Clinic, and then several of our doctors from Las Vegas came out here to enjoy and socialize too. So
you were speaking up there on stage a little bit about some things upcoming in the near future.
Mm-hmm. What we want to do out here is continue to grow. We've got another doctor who's coming full-time that we'll be starting in July, early August. So continuing our primary care presence here, and then we'll be continuing to bring out more doctors. Endocrinology is coming out, and like I said, gastroenterology. We're really working out more what procedures can be done out here that they don't have to go down into Las Vegas to do. So really trying to enhance the medical care that can happen right here in Pahrump.
That's very important, isn't it?
Very important. And as I've gotten to do some clinics out here myself and see patients, I understand what a challenge it is for them for some of that testing to go down into Las Vegas. So we'll be working more and more to make what we can happen here.
One of the things that you guys have made very convenient for patients is to have everybody's records on a computer system so that those follow them throughout whatever clinic that they go to.
Yeah, our electronic medical record is fully deployed out here, so it incorporates all the records they have here, and if they do have to go to a specialist or a hospital down in Las Vegas, then all that medical record is available for them when they're down there. Nothing they have to worry about taking with them.
Anything else that you kind of have that is really kind of a special with Southwest Medical at this facility that you can't really get anywhere else?
Well, the thing we're about to open up, we've just got all the technology in place. They can actually, if it's a time that the specialist isn't out here, we're doing it first with cardiology, we have our telehealth technology set up so that they'll be able to see the cardiologist from our office and the cardiologist down in Las Vegas. It's going to be all video and actually electronic stethoscopes. So the cardiologist in Vegas will actually be able to listen to their heart out here.
Wow.
And we're ready to deploy that in the next month or so.
And of course we take all types of insurance.
Well, we take most insurances. So of course all the Health Plan of Nevada products, United Healthcare, Medicaid, Medicare, straight Medicare, and we even accept cash pay.
Thank you so much, and congratulations on the 1 year.
Oh, thank you so much, and thank you to Pahrump for such a warm welcome.
Former candidate for Nye County Commissioner, District 3, Andy Alberti, is willing to pay $300 to have a recount of the primary election results.
Well, I'm probably one of the few candidates that had a lot of people working in his campaign. Raised money, had plenty of money to spend. We did all the right things, but sometimes you just don't know until the votes are counted, and that's where it came in. So we worked hard, had a lot of signs out. We even did robocalls and some other things. So when we lost by 2 votes, we thought that's so close. The people who were helping me in the campaign all said, you got to do this. So we're going to go for a recount. Donna Cox had the closer number. However, I've had some questions. I never go into an issue without trying to learn everything I can about how things are done. So having read the state NRSs and the code and so forth, had some questions which I have sent to the county clerk, the state elections official, and the district attorney to get some clarification. And I am now waiting to hear back on some of those issues. And if I can, I'd like to explain what one of those issues are. In the Nevada law, it says that if you pay for a recount, that you're entitled and you prevail, that you can get your money back. So I'm paying, if I prevail, hopefully I can have that money back in my pocket.
And that money being how much?
$300 is what they're telling me they want up front. So my real question here is what prevail means and what we're going to recount. So my initial conversation with the clerk was that they're going to count only 3 of the 6 precincts in my district, and my reading on state law says count and recount, not partial recount and not survey. So I've made a request in writing to the clerk and the others as to whether I'm entitled to a full recount or just a partial recount.
Well, because it's so close.
Well, sure, and you never know if there is an error, and we're not saying there is, but we want to be sure. We think every vote should be counted. There's no provision in state law that I can find or in any of the Nevada codes that says that you should do a partial recount.
Bill Carnes, who's the chairman of the Nye County Republican Central Committee, is encouraging voters to register and to possibly participate in signing some petitions.
We actually got together with a group who's putting together 5 different petitions that they're looking to get signed, 2 specifically for the town of Pahrump, and the other 3 also inclusive of the rest of Nye County. And we had a unanimous approval to support that effort in the means of, at our offices at 3370 South Highway 160, about a half mile south of Homestead on 160. We do regularly, we have regular business hours from 11 a.m. to about 7 p.m. and we do voter registration. Additionally, we have added these 5 petitions in our office for those who come to register to vote could also sign the petitions. In addition, the folks who are doing the petitions, who are in the big truck, it's in the parking lot just south of Smith's Food King in the Renner Center parking lot. You see the big truck with the petitions. They are also doing voter registration in an effort to help us while they're doing their petition. So we're working hand in hand with that effort to get more people registered to vote, as well as getting these petitions signed. And a note on the petitions. They need about 1,500 signatures. There's somewhere around 1,000 signatures on there, so we're about 65% of the way through, maybe a little bit more, some of them up towards 70%. They need to all be turned in by the 29th. We have 1 week to get all those signed. Those petitions include things such as limiting the BLM's authority to round up our wild horses and burros and do things with them, such as send them off to slaughter. It also would increase the public participation, demand public participation for any attempts to incorporate the town of Pahrump into a city. There's also a petition out there to reduce the authority of the town board and return it to an advisory panel, and then they would take their issues to the county commission, who would then make some decisions on behalf of the town of Pahrump. As we all know, in the last couple of decades, we've had very few good Pahrump town boards. Most of them have been pretty lousy, not done much for us. As a matter of fact, if you own a building in Pahrump, your taxes are due to go up quite a bit in 2013, thanks in large part to those lousy town boards that have been around. There's some other petitions, such as the Yucca Mountain, giving Nye County more authority with Yucca Mountain, and a couple of other things. So if you want to register to vote, you want to sign these petitions, you can either go to the NCRCC offices or to the parking lot, the Renner Center parking lot, just south of Smith's, and see the big truck out there during the daytime.
Well, that does it for this edition of News 46's Weekend Review. Some of the events this weekend include
the Nevada Public Auction at the Nugget all day Saturday and Sunday, and they'll be auctioning off some of the leftovers from the Terribles.
From the Terribles property, as well as private auction items too. One of the big items is, of course, that Spider-Man comic.
#1 issue.
That's amazing. That's going to be a big bid.
That is going to be a big bid.
But you can preview all the items on
that is the auctionnv.com.
And of course, some more things this weekend would be Michael Brown from Sean and I is going to be out there in front of Smith's from 10 to 3 on Sunday. He'll be signing his book, No Evidence of Disease, and that's about his wife, Amanda Faye Brown, who unfortunately passed away from melanoma. You can get an autographed copy at Smith's from 10 to 3.
And also we have the Shakespeare Summer Program this Saturday. The Shakespeare Roundtable will be going on at the Public Library, and that will be from 1 to 3:30 p.m.
And the Amateur Radio Association will be having their field day. We brought you that story earlier this week as well. And if you would like to go there and have a tour of the facility, or them actually doing this field day, they're going to be on the corner of Harris Farm Road and Jerry, and that will be all weekend long. And you can just stop by and see their little operation going on there.
And folks, this weekend is a really big party going on out at Lakeside, put on by Golden Gaming, and the Core is going to be performing starting at 5 p.m. And I suggest everybody come out. There's going to be barbecue and drinks, and the concert is free. There
you go. And of course, we brought you the Shadow Mountain Community Players Othello, the tragic comedy and Way Too Many Acts. You can see 2 performances at New Hope Fellowship, and that will be at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. Admission is only $5. And for more information, of course, you can give them a call, 727-6145.
Sounds like we have a lot of things going on this weekend.
And we do have a little bit extra. One thing is, we had a viewer that saying that they are missing their Chihuahua. You can go on our Facebook to see a picture of Crystal, that Chihuahua out there. But if you know anything about her, she was last seen on Whirlwind here in Pahrump. If you found her or know anything, give a call at 910-1167. And that does it. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Jason Koblenz.
We'll see you again here next week. Good night.
Good night.